Hi, I'm Becky Griffin, and I work for the University of Georgia Extension. I'm the Community and School Garden Coordinator, but most people know me as the coordinator of the Great Southeast Pollinator Census. And today, we're filming in the beautiful State Botanical Gardens just outside the Athens campus. So, what are pollinators exactly? Well, a lot of pollinators are insects. So we have bees, we have beetles even, we have flies and wasps, and we also have butterflies. And Georgia is home to a lot of different species of butterfly. We have our state butterfly, the eastern swallowtail, which you probably all see in your gardens. But today, my passion is going to be monarch butterflies because I just got back from Mexico and I got to see the beautiful overwintering sites in the fir forests in middle Mexico. You may see a few monarchs in your yard. They left Mexico and they're coming this way. So they first go through Texas and all the prairies there, and they're looking for milkweed. So the first thing I have to ask you is, do you have milkweed in your garden? The monarchs use milkweed to lay eggs on. It's the only plant they'll use. That female monarch will actually march on the leaves, and her feet will tell her if she's actually on a milkweed plant. And she lays one egg at a time, and when that egg hatches and turns into a caterpillar, that caterpillar eats that milkweed, which has some toxins in it that make it a little more protected from predators. As these monarchs migrate up north, they're looking for nectar sources, flowers that you may have in your garden, and milkweed. In the fall, when they head back to Mexico, they're going to be looking for nectar, and they're going to need a lot of it. So do you have a lot of plants in your garden in the fall? They're going to come out of migration to your yard or school garden looking for some nectar to give them energy so they can finish their migration into Mexico. Sometimes we think we need a big garden in order to help pollinators, and that's really not true. You can have a small garden. You can actually live in an apartment and have a balcony that you put plants in pots on. So this is a good example of how you can have a small pollinator garden, because this is parsley. So we've got some thyme down here, and thyme is an interesting pollinator plant. If you let it flower in the fall, it is a great nectar source. When I was in Mexico visiting the monarchs as they overwintered, I had the opportunity to visit a school there. And we talked with the school children there, and we asked the students, what are they doing in Mexico to protect the monarchs? And they talked about limiting logging of the forests where the monarchs overwinter, and then they turned the tables and they asked me, what are we doing to help the monarchs? Because remember, those students see the adult form of the butterfly. They don't see the caterpillars and the chrysalids like we do. So as the monarchs come out of diapause, they actually leave that area of Mexico before they start laying eggs. So those students have never seen a caterpillar, never seen a monarch chrysalis. We are very lucky to see that in our country, but it also is a lot of responsibility. We need to make sure that we have milkweed and we have nectar plants so that we have lots of healthy caterpillars, lots of healthy chrysalids, so that we can have lots of healthy adult monarchs to migrate back to Mexico.